Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
Kill it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
What I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Play that louder now, 'cause we don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, man.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
I swear to God. I know they say don't swear to God, but I do today, tonight. Listen, welcome everybody to the Palace. I see you always be cute. She says, great evening, Queen Sheba. Palace members and guests, thank you all for pulling up tonight. Y'all, we got to talk. We got to talk because my job for the Palace, just for the Palace, is to keep everybody informed with the most relevant and accurate information. Now, one thing I do not, and one thing the Queen is not going to let anybody do is play up in your face in the Palace. Okay. So that's why if you watch my strategy as a content creator, I never like to be the first to go. Let me tell you why. Because I learned in driver's ed many, many years ago, never be the first one that goes through the light, through the intersection when the light turns green, because there's always the potential of somebody running a red light. And that's why I don't go first. And let me tell you why. Not because it's right, it's wrong. It's just my strategy. I'm giving y'all something for free because I'm always like, let me wait. Even if it's right, let me wait. Because one thing about the when you break the seal, somebody's always likely to follow and give us just a little bit of information. So you probably, unless I know that I know, I'm not going first. I'm not breaking nothing first, even when I know it and I've known it and I know it. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to hold it because I don't know what everybody else know. I don't know what angle. Yes, thank you. Always Be Cute says, I love the Queen Sheba logo. Put it out there. Yeah, thank you. Moving in silence. You just pop up. So I don't know what everybody else knows. And I've learned that. That has been a great strategy for me. Let me gather as much information as possible. And I am here to tell you, you guys, unfortunately, I do believe they are returning. Not only are they returning, I believe they've been filming for quite some time. I think they've been filming for about 3 months. I know. I think they've been filming for about 3 months. What does that mean for us? Let me think about it. What does that mean for us? And I'm not here. This has nothing to do with anybody. This is strictly dedicated to my platform. I do believe if I'm accurate, they've been filming for about 3 months. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Janae, welcome. I'm going to let you get in early, Janae. You're on mute. What are your thoughts? Thank you. Two Latrice, my moderator, says, I believe that too, Queen. Yeah, you got to be careful sometimes that people don't play with you and play in your face. Janae, what are your thoughts?
Okay. I mean, what's going to be the storyline? Because the storyline pretty much left.
Don't worry about that yet. Just what are your thoughts? And I want you to stay up here with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's take it one small bite. They say the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time.
Okay,
what are your
that's all.
thoughts? Are they returning on that?
I think they are.
Okay, keep going. Okay, I'm following you.
I think they are because people love drama that show us everything and more. I feel like they probably gonna go into more detail about what happened to Maurice. They're probably gonna go into more detail about Letitia. Uh, honestly, I feel like they probably gonna bring coleslaw to the show too.
Okay. Okay. Let's
I,
pause there. Let's not get. Let's. That's good. That's good. I want you to hang it. Not hang it up, but hold on to it because I want to come back to that.
I got you, boo.
We warming up, baby. I
Yes,
want.
baby.
I want you to put it out there so they can warm up to it. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go on, but let me go to Shell Boogie. Shell Boogie. And normally I don't open up my. Y'all are doing a good job of staying with me. Shell Boogie. What are your thoughts?
Hey Queen, good evening. Queen, Palace mods, everybody. I was kind of hoping, to be honest, that they were not going to bring this show back. But as I'm thinking about it, they probably are, because there's a lot to uncover with Maurice, with that, lawsuit he has going on. Letitia and Marceau, they have a lot of stuff going on. If Coleslaw, come on, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. I ain't watching. But there's a lot to uncover.
Hmm.
So you may be right. They may be coming back, but
Okay.
I'm not really going to be into it. But
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay, okay. Hang out with me, y'all, because we just getting started. And I don't want y'all to drop yet. Typically, like I said, I wouldn't open it up this soon, but we're open, but we still haven't gotten into it. So I need y'all to hang out with me so that as we
Yes,
begin to
ma'am.
warm up to the conversation, I want you ladies to elaborate a little bit more on your thoughts. Miss
Yes,
Natalie says
ma'am.
she just said on IG last week that she had just, yeah, they are filming. They've been filming for about 3 months, y'all. Let's pause. Now, I want you to think about something. This is strictly for the palace. This is a palace conversation. This has nothing to do with debunking nobody. We don't really worry or do stuff like that over here. Now, I have to do my research before I spoke on it. Um, Let me go to Miss Natalie. Miss Natalie says Tisha said on IG, yeah, that they had just finished filming a scene. They are filming, according to Tisha. Yes. Okay, Philly girl for life. I want to call you up, but your device is not connected, so I am going to kick you from the studio. Come back, reconnect. Fifi, what are your thoughts, real quick? Don't get too deep. Just on if they're filming or not. Do you feel like they will be returning? And we can't hear you, Fifi. Mic check, mic check. Let's see. Fifi. Uh Damn, Fifi. I can't hear you. So let's take Fifi down, come back in, go out and come back in. Philly girl for life. Welcome.
Hey, Queen, how are you today?
Good, good. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for letting me come up. I never believed that the show was canceled despite what's being passed around. And I also think that, they want to be able to prove, whether it happens or not, that the show can go on without Mel. I don't think they're going to give up that easily. And so they're at least going to give it a try. And I think people will watch from for curiosity, but I don't think the ratings will be there because they really haven't been there this season. So we'll see what happens. Stuff happens. One person, some people think one person can make or break a show. We'll see. We will see.
Mm,
But everybody else is going to have to step up for those who have been riding Mel's coattail for these last 9 seasons, they're going to have to show up. And so we'll see what they're made of.
okay, that's fair. I like how you're coming in fair because let me tell you why I say that. The conversation is going to evolve as we come up and as we talk and as more people chime in. Now, let me ask the audience this real quick. Do you understand the difference between canceled versus renewed? That's a difference. Sometimes
I,
you're in negotiations, the audience. Sometimes you're in negotiations between advertisers and investment. And as a result, you really haven't reached a formalized deal. So it could come across as it has not been renewed, but yet it's still not canceled. Ladies on the panel, are you following me?
yes,
Yes,
and I
ma'am.
think
I
this is
agree.
Philly girl.
Yes, ma'am. I totally
I
agree with you, Queen.
I think it could be put in the same category as the other shows in the franchise. Detroit and DC. You haven't heard a word about DC, but we also haven't heard that it was canceled. It's just been put on the shelf. And
Boom.
so Huntsville, although they're the leader, we may not see these scenes until next year. Remember with
Yes.
DC, it was a whole year. They had filmed a whole year, and that could very well happen. So yeah, they're filming, but we don't know when we're going to see it.
All right.
Exactly right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
I agree.
There's a huge difference between being canceled and being renewed. You could still be in the midst. Let me just educate you all, and this is not to be offensive or challenge anyone's intellect or anyone's knowledge. As it relates to reality television, people are working out contracts. People are what do you call it? I don't want to call it protesting. Sometimes people sit out until they get the number that they want. And as a result, you haven't really had it wrapped up by the time. So sometimes there's a date that they go to press. There's a, when you go to press, you have your final lineup. And if you have not been able to dot every I and cross every T by that deadline, they cannot report you formally as being renewed. Does not mean that you are canceled. Does not mean that production has halted and everything has stopped. You simply hadn't been renewed by the time the press release came to the marketplace and to the forefront. Are y'all following?
Yes.
Yes, it's the same thing with Quad and Married to Medicine.
Okay. Now let me go to Fifi. Fifi, I know let's make sure you get in. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome, Fifi.
I think the show will be back. I'm interested to see who's going to be able to handle that mantle. I'm interested to see who's going to be able to handle it, but I think it'll be back.
Okay.
Too much debauchery not to, and admitted or not, yes, this show has gotten pretty dark, but I think males stepping away from it and that element being pulled away from it, I think the whatever new people that they bring on are gonna rise above even the OGs, because the OGs want to keep play everything so close to the vest, and that don't work being the lead character.
All right. Let's pause there. We don't want to get too deep yet. But I want y'all to go deep, and we're going to walk them through it. Is that fair, ladies? Are y'all cool with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Cool with it.
whatever you want, Queen. We got you.
Okay. And I want y'all to cook, and I'm going to give y'all the room to do so. So let's go through a couple of comments. Mary Willis says, so Queen, they're not canceled. Well, that's why, Mary, that we explained the difference between being renewed versus being canceled. They're filming, and they've been filming for quite some time. Name me one advertiser, one investor that would invest their resources for a show that does not have the opportunity or the wherewithal of coming back. So that in and of itself, I hope, gives you your answer. They're filming. That would be a waste of resources. That will be a waste of dollars. That will be a waste of production. That will be a waste of time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Chat. We're not talking about if you're watching it, if you're not watching it. We're going to walk this thing really, really slow. Because a lot of times we get ahead of ourselves about what we're going to do, what we're not going to do. But if we make it an educational platform and an educational dialogue, you're going to have all of the information that you need to have in order to make the decision that's relevant for you without trying to recruit anybody else. Ooh. What you think about that, Janae? Without trying to recruit anybody else.
I can see that. I could see them keeping all their original cast. I could see them, because I feel at this point, it's who's going to turn on who first. Everybody knows when you put a bunch of snakes in a box and shake it up, they're all going to flip on each other. So the question right now is who's gonna turn on who? Is Kimmy gonna flip on Tisha?
Mm.
Is Tisha gonna flip on Kimmy?
Mm.
Or brother gonna flip against brother? Like, is the truth finally gonna come out about Marcel and what he's doing? And his brother? I mean, this gonna be deep because now
Mm.
we get to focus on everyone else and their and what they got going on.
All right. All right. That's really good. Show Boogie, do you want to add on before I go on and really before we start to dig deep?
Yes, ma'am. This is what I think, Queen Sheba. I think that all of the things that's in the closet are kind of gonna seep out, and I think Marceau is going to be exposed because Martell is going to do that. As we seen in the previous season, Martell really went there, and Marceau was like, "Okay, you gonna try to go there with me?" Yeah. So I think if they are, if it's not canceled and they're renewed, I think it's going to dig deeper into Marceau and Tisha and what they have going on, and also Maurice and what's his wife's name? Cherie? Is that her name?
Sheree.
Sheree. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's going to dig deeper into them
Mm.
because they have a lot of secrets, okay, that we don't know about. Marcel kind of put it out there, which we know he's involved in all that type of stuff because he's that type of dude. But now he's flipped, and now the bro code is kind of out the window for him to a certain extent
Right.
because he's trying to see where Maurice and Marcel are. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Hold that
If
thought. Don't go too
oh,
deep because I want to come back to that.
got you, okay,
Okay, I want to come back to that.
yes,
We got to
ma'am.
warm them up slowly because everybody's feeling some kind of way. Now, Crystal DOT says, no, it wasn't Crystal. Oh, here it is. Sophia Smith says, I am sorry to hear that they are coming back. Now, Sophia, you have to think about what I said. I said there's a difference between being renewed and being canceled. To my knowledge, what I believe they are filming. I didn't say they were coming back. I didn't say they were canceled. I'm just giving you what you need to sit back and watch it so that nobody plays in your face from a marketing perspective. Pause. So that nobody plays in your face to keep you in suspense from a marketing perspective. If my leading lady has left the show and a predominant proportion of the viewership has supported her, I would probably want to hunker down and keep my ish under wraps, considering the passion of the fan base. So I'm not saying that they're coming back, but I'm also saying that they haven't been canceled. But I'm also giving you something to think about to say what advertiser, what investment would continue to pour in their dollars. Don't confuse production with being the money man. Do you get what I'm saying? Y'all that are tuned in from the chat. Jersey Gemini, welcome.
I agree with
What are
you.
your thoughts before we move on? Go ahead, Chelsea. Go ahead, Shell.
No, I was going to say I totally agree with everything that you just said because there is a difference. However, since Melanie has gone, and that was the biggest fan base for this show, to be honest, um, they're gonna. I think what they're gonna do is just bring out some stuff to kind of grab people's attention at the beginning if they do come back.
Gotcha.
I mean, because Marceau and Maurice have skeletons in their closet, and also Tisha, she has a lot of
Don't go too
skeletons
deep
in her
though.
closet.
Don't reel
Okay,
it
I'm
in. We're
I'm
not there
done.
yet. We're not
I'm
there
reeling
yet.
it in, Queen. I'm
Ooh,
reeling it in. Going on
hold
mute.
your horses. We warming up. We going there. And I'm gonna give you the mic to go there. Jersey Gemini, what are your thoughts, real quick, on if the show is renewed versus being canceled? Don't go too deep.
Hi. I believe that that they are filming. I think that they've been filming since January. When Tisha and Marsol came out, I believe that they were filming that next week, as they said. Um, Again, doesn't mean that it'll be great footage and that they'll be airing it, but I do believe that they are filming. In my opinion, I think what they're going to try to do is act like everybody gets along now and that it's all of this camaraderie and they are all rooting for one another and acting as if Melanie would have been the person that was keeping everybody divided. That is what I believe they'll do this season.
Okay.
Is pretend that everybody gets along now and that Mel isn't there.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hang out with us. Let's get a little bit deeper, and then I'll open up the forum for you to take a deep dive. Now, I think it's very important for us as viewer. Let me say this. I think this is the great example of, I don't know, man. This show has been one that has taken me on a roller coaster. And if you notice, I'm choosing my words very closely tonight because I don't want to lead the audience. I want you all to be able to have your own thoughts, your own ideas about it. I think it's very important for me to create a safe place as a facilitator of my platform for you to decide, right? This ain't about whether you watching the show, whether you not watching the show. That's not important to me. And let me tell you why that's not important to me. Because as a content creator, I am going to give my audience what they need and what they want so that they don't go anywhere else to get it. Pause on that. Even if I don't want to, because I understand the intricate components of being a good content creator. I understand what it means to be a servant to my audience. My audience does not serve me. I serve my audience, which is why I have not taken a hard stance against anything. Because I keep telling y'all, I said, you guys possess the power. I am here for you. I appreciate you. If it weren't for all of you, I wouldn't be here. Period, point blank. So I recognize the power in my audience, my dashboard, my analytics, in giving you all what you need and what you want. And if I tap into my dashboard and I see that my audience is going somewhere else to get Love and Marriage Huntsville content, best believe I'm going to cover it. Because my goal is to be a one-stop shop where I can give you everything that you need when you come to the palace. Number one. Number two, I cover finances, 401k this morning. I don't like to talk finances. I do a good job of making money, but I don't consider myself a financial guru. You guys have asked me to cover finances before, and guess what I've said? Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. It just so happened the time was right. The topic was right. We got on something that I was passionate about, and I had to eat crow. I'm like, here you go, covering finances after you told that lady you would never do it. So let's get into the thick of it. My question to you all, we're going to walk this thing slow. What did you learn about Black love? I'm going to tell you what I learned about Black love from watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Ouch. It hurts. It hurts. The men didn't love their wives. Women were something to use. Women were something to be viewed as tools. The friendship wasn't real. It's hard for Black women to stick together. Black women, even when it comes to other Black women, there's a topic of protecting Black women from other Black women. Black women can sit by and not really like you and benefit from you in more ways than one. Black women can team up against you even while smiling. That's what I learned from watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. Philly girl, what did you learn as it relates to Black love?
So all these people were much younger than me. I don't, I agree with you. I think it was disappointing to me to see the men, how they treated their women. And it was also disappointing that the women allowed themselves to be treated in the manner for which their husbands treated them. They just didn't seem to have it back, with the exception of Mel, but it took her a while to get there. Then once she got there, she had the strength to walk away. But when we look at Tisha and Marcel, how many times did he embarrass that poor child? Every season. And yet she's still standing there. You know, the fear of stepping out on their own kept them in these what appears to be loveless marriages, and they just do whatever it is they want to do. And I would not, if I saw my daughter in that kind of relationship, I would support her leaving, because you deserve better, in my opinion.
Nicely. I like how you summarize that. And keep in mind, y'all, people don't talk about this. Do not allow anybody to play in your face. Black love also is inclusive of friendships. Shell Boogie, what are your thoughts when it comes to Black love? All things look, because you never know. Let me tell you something about these networks. Tell them how you feel, because they are listening, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And I can't tell you why I know that and how I know that. They're listening. I keep telling y'all, y'all are powerful. Use your voice. What did you learn about Black love from Love and Marriage?
Okay, Tony. What I learned about Black love from Love and Marriage Huntsville, if it's that toxic, for me, Black love, I don't desire it. Period. Point blank. If that's what Black love looks like in real life and in reality, from what they have shown us over these seasons, miss me with it. I don't desire that kind of Black love. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Got it. I love how y'all are getting straight to the point. Give me 1 second. We got a couple of super chats that have come through. Let me acknowledge these before I go to Janae.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
All right. The Innocent Instigator. Love the name because there's nothing innocent about instigating. Listen, I just love that. Is so creative. Let me tell you something, the Innocent Instigator. The fact that you came up with that name tells me that you are creative and you have the capacity to be a deep thinker. I would always, when we were younger and they would do team sports and they would line everybody up and pick somebody, I would pick you first based on your name. Based on your name. Love it. Instigator coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, I still won't watch it. Hey, we respect it. We respect it. Dragonfly Alchemist coming through, gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Don't you love how they just love on you over here in the palace? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Let's go to Misha64 from Cleveland with a 5-piece and a pepper says, I'm at work. I think Carlos King is going to push for at least 1 season just to try to show millimeters and on. Could be. Could be. They are filming. Okay. Tanya Singleton, welcome back, Queen. I always enjoy when you pull up to the palace and you have time to love on us. So we're going to love on you back. Tanya Singleton coming through with a 5-piece and a pepper says, love you, Queen. We love you too, Tanya. And I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've been doing well. Tree W coming through with a 20-piece and a pepper says, I think as long as the content creators continue to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville is giving OWN a reason to return to the show. Social media is giving this dead show life. We know they tune in to social media because we, millimeters, were a storyline. Mute Love and Marriage Huntsville. You heard her. That's Tree W. That's her thoughts. She's not backing down. Let's go to Shell. Shell coming through with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, this show further displayed to me that Black women are not protected by Black men or each other. If they were white women, there would be so many DV advocacy groups striving to shut this ish down. How come we haven't? Listen, can you save somebody that don't want to be saved? Let me ask you that, Shell. Did we not try to save Kimmy? Did we not try to save Letitia? Can you save somebody that don't want to be saved? That's a rhetorical question. Do not answer that out loud. Jewel, welcome. What are your thoughts before we move on? Don't get too deep. You're on mute, Jewel. You're on mute. You're going to have to unmute your microphone in 5, 4, 3, 2, and
Can you hear me?
5. Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
3. You got to mute everything in the background, Jewel. Okay, let's give her a few seconds to come up. Let's give Jewel a few seconds to come up. Fit Diva 1979. She says a 10-piece and a pepper. Thank you, Queen, for the excellence. No, thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, let's try Jewel again. Welcome, Jewel. Okay, Jewel. That's not Jewel. Let me kick this one from the studio and let's try it. All right, welcome, Jewel. Jewel, mic check. Unfortunately, we can't hear you, Jewel. So let me drop her down. I'm going to drop you down so we keep the momentum of the show going. I'm going to kick you from the studio. It's not personal. Kick the link. Click the link. Come back up, Jewel. Let's try it again. Hold on. Looks like you're trying to come in. Hit your mic one time.
Hello.
Welcome, Jewel.
Hi, Queen Sheba.
All right, there you go.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say that I was watching this show since I was in college, and now like I'm post grad and everything, and just my perception of like Black love coming from Love and Marriage Huntsville, it just showed me time and time again that a lot of like in our community, the Black community, we do value struggle love for status or just to be for like society or peers. Like we want to seem superior, and like a lot of women I know, they value men and they like value men. They would love to have a man even if they're getting treated poorly, and just seeing that on Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's pretty sad. um and I'm definitely a millimeter. I ride for Melody. She's an inspiration. She inspired me just as the woman I am today. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me up.
Thank you for coming out. Very beautiful, positive sentiment. Thank you. We appreciate that. Thank you. I want to say this. I think Love and Marriage Huntsville, what I've learned from Love and Marriage Huntsville, let me go to Jean. Jean, I want to give you an opportunity before we expand the conversation. I know it's really quick. You just popped up, but welcome. What are your thoughts?
Yes, my thoughts is Love and Marriage Huntsville really just didn't show Black excellence. It showed we'll allow our men, it's okay for our men to treat women any kind of way. And it wasn't a good look.
Okay, okay. Feel free to hang out with us. And I want to come back to you. I want to give you an opportunity as we get deeper into the conversation, and for all of my panelists, I want you ladies to be able to expound. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go to Debbie. I know Debbie, y'all love Debbie. Welcome, Debbie. What are your thoughts?
Hi, panel. Hi, Queen. I think they might be filming, but I don't believe it'll see the light of day due to the lawsuits. And they really don't have any storylines. You know, just like people talking about the show, it's a lot of people talking about they don't want it to come back. So I think they might be filming, but it might be shelved.
Oh. They are filming. That's a fact. What's another fact? The other fact is there has been no official renewal announcement. That's another fact. Another fact is there has not been an announcement of a cancellation. What does that mean, Queen Sheba? You tell me. We're going to get into it. All things Helen G. Welcome.
Hey, my friends. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. So here's two goals. I think that they are filming. I'm not sure if the material they have is worth us wanting to be there. Plus, it's also a situation where it hasn't been renewed because they haven't said it's been renewed. So yes, they may be filming for the sake of when it is, they do get the okay, they can go ahead and start the series. That's my first thing. And secondly, one of the things that you asked was, what have I learned? I've learned that women don't stick together, but men do. Black women don't stick together, but men do. Black women who are married will stick with their husbands, will hide their faults, will lie for them, will steal for them, will cheat for them. And then when there's one person that goes against the grain, um, they will turn on that woman. But the men, like they said, they are loyal to each other. They're not loyal to us. That's my take.
Girl, you done preached a whole sermon. Did y'all hear what she just said on the panel and in the chat? Black women do not stick together. Women do not stick together as much as they can and as much as they should. The men have. The
Mm-hmm.
men have. They understand the code. They
Mm-hmm.
understand. And listen, Melody came on this situation as an elevated woman trying to bring other women up,
Mm-hmm.
and they turned on her
And did.
and did
Mm-hmm.
for no reason, whatever was in their head. And to this day, we keep asking, what has she done to you, to Destiny, Tisha,
Exactly.
and Kimmy? And nobody can give a reasonable, concrete example of what she's done to them. Let's pause there.
Not
You
even
don't
the women that had issues with her, that that were on the panels, that were a part of the content creators audience. They couldn't give a reason. They just said they didn't like her. If you look at it, what was the reason why they didn't like her? They will always say Melody thinks, basically what they felt was that Melody
better.
thought she was better than them.
And
You
if
know
you're on the
what? And the reason, oh, excuse
Mhm.
me, Queen, I'm sorry.
No, go
But the
ahead, go ahead.
reason I feel like they feel that way is because of insecurities within themselves. It was
Mm-hmm.
never Melanie.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't.
it was their insecurities within themselves that they didn't have to get up and go like Melanie is like, okay, I'm not going to let my husband
Mm-hmm.
continue to cheat and to, treat me any kind of way. They are jealous of Melanie, and that's all it is. That's point blank, period. That's it. They were jealous, and they are jealous, and they are envious, period.
And if you
That's it.
notice, even those women that were on other shows, prime example, Married to Medicine, the women that, you know why they are so hell bent on sticking with each other? Because their husbands are doing things that they don't like them to do, but they're gonna hang tight and stick with them. Just like what's her name? Dr. Haley. She did the exact same thing. She turned on Melody because she got mad because Melody left Martell. She turned on Melody. And the crazy part about it is, even when she spoke up and said something, she did not hold true and hold fast to that. You know why? Because the men, she had more loyalty to the men than she had to her black women. She
Let
had more loyalty,
Exactly.
more
me
But
loyalty
that goes
to.
to show again that Melanie is a strong woman, and they are not.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. They can't touch Mel. They don't have her strength. Okay, they have to stay stuck under their men, to feel like they are somebody or like they have worth.
hold that
Okay,
thought. Let me go
them
to Queen Liz. Hold that thought. We're gonna go deeper, y'all. Trust me. We're gonna go deeper. Queen Liz, what are your thoughts?
Well, now all these ladies speaking, I have so many,
Trying to
but and
stick to
thank
your
you for
first one.
having
Stick to
me.
your first one. Cook, Queen Liz.
I mean, so my question is, so yeah, they're filming. We know Winter's saying, I guess they get paid after, whatever makes the cut. So Kimmy, are you filming in the backyard somewhere for free? I mean, I'm just curious. Are y'all getting paid for this? Are you hoping either OWN picks it back up, like making an offering, this, that, and the third? But yeah, that's my main question. And yeah, that's all I have right now because I was kind
All
of
right.
listening to everyone else.
That's fair.
Mm,
And everybody mute up because I'm gonna keep y'all here. We finna go deep
Mm,
in
mm.
the same
May I
panel I
say
have.
something really quick?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Hmm.
Everybody mute up, and then the same panel I have, I'm going to keep. We're gonna keep going down the line. I'm gonna let y'all cook. Now, everybody may not be able to get in on every bullet point, and I'll just say 2 people, and then we'll go to the next. And I promise you, you'll be able to get in on the second bullet point. Let me read this. What happened? This is the name of the person that's in the chat said, it's not Black women who don't stick together. It's all races of women. But today we're talking about Black women. Today we're talking about Black excellence. Today we're talking about a predominantly Black show called Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today we're talking about Black women by the name of Melody Cherie, Kimmy, and Letitia, the core six. Melody came in to raise the bar, to bring the ladies up to par with her. She had an idea, she had a concept, she brought it to fruition. She wanted to make it happen. She knew the ladies that she wanted to bring with her, and they turned on her. That's what we're talking about today. And I'm sure other women of other races have their qualms and they have their challenges, but I don't do case studies on them because it's not my concern. Does that make sense? Okay,
Exactly.
side eye this. Thank you. Side eyes just I'm not worried about them because I know they ain't worried about me. They're not problem solving and solutioning for me and how other Black women treat me, and I'm not solutioning for them and how other white women treat them. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yeah, I'm in the 92%.
I'm
That's what I
100%.
care about right now.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm not trying to be funny. But girl, this is what we talking about today. Side eye, the Sage 7. What are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen. I just want to address a couple quick things about the filming. I am at the point where I want to see quality content come from that show. If they're going to bother to come back, we'll see what they come up with. In the words of Marceau, no more throwing shit to the wall and seeing if it sticks. And in terms of what I've learned about Black excellence / Black love on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I've found that if you put a bunch of insecure women who are male identified and their only strength is in these pieces of husband that they have, and you put misogynistic men in a room with a bunch of male identified women, and there's one person who emerges with strength in their own ideas, that they will not be accepted, they will be degraded, and they will be treated like shit by the collective. And I think what the other cast members have in common is weakness. And we saw that, cream rises to the top. That's what I learned.
Oh, thank you. We're going to go down. And I think I may hand this one off to Debbie. Let's explore the possibility of a new season, right? We're talking, has this show been canceled versus renewed? We know they are filming. We know they are 3 months into filming, you guys. I need you to use your common sense. Nobody's going to allow an investment of 3 months if they have no intention of coming back, because that's a monetary investment. Can we agree on that, panel? Yes or no?
Yes, we can agree
Yes,
on that.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Follow me on that because you're next up. If we explore the possibility of a new season, and if we, as a panel and as an audience, speculate on the storylines that could be explored, tell me what you're thinking as far as storylines. And Debbie, take a couple of seconds. And then all of you take a couple of seconds because I'm going to call on somebody else. And then we're going to go to the next bullet point. Everybody can't get in on each question. But now we're thinking about, okay, shit, they're moving forward with this. They've been filming for 3 months. Ain't no turning back when your money is involved, y'all. Let's just think about it from a business perspective. What possible storylines could they be bringing to the forefront? Aunt Debbie.
I think Marceau and Tisha would probably go to counseling. That would be one. Martell would tell more about Marceau and maybe Maurice, how they played around on their wives. And he would probably hurt the wives' feeling just to get back at the men.
Oh, damn. All right. Jean, I'm just picking random people. Jean, do you want to take this one? You're on mute, Jean. If not, I'm going to go to Jersey Gemini. Jean, are you there?
I'm here. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
That's okay. That's okay. Go on mute. I'm going to come back to you. I got you. Somebody come off mute that heard the question.
I think the storyline. Okay, go ahead.
Is that Jersey Gemini?
This is Jersey Gemini.
Okay. Did you hear the question?
I did.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I believe that Marcel and Tisha will act like she's doing the brokerage and that they're building their house. Because remember, they've been showing a lot of footage of their house being built. So I believe that that'll be on the show. And maybe finally they'll get their house built this season. As far as Ken and Trish and Marquez, I believe that there will be some turmoil, more turmoil, and eventually I believe Marquez will probably disappear and Ken and Trish will act like they're, in love. And I believe that Kimmy and Maurice will do what they normally do and just jump on the bandwagon of someone else's story. So that's all I have.
Oh, all right. Thank you. I like what Debbie and I like what Jersey Gemini has said. Q Catrice came into the chat. She said, now watch how they take this conversation of what you ladies have just put down and make it their storylines. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them.
I
So
agree.
I would not put it past them because Letitia did come
I'm
on
sure
live
they
and ask
will.
y'all.
I'm sure they will. They have nothing else going on.
That's right. All right. So I'm gonna make sure y'all are paying attention. I'm gonna go to a different bullet point. All right, here we go. Let's talk about the future of the cast relationships. Melody was there, now she's gone. Examine the relationships that have been strained or broken during the reunion. Who's going to have a hard time amongst the women? Pause. Amongst the women.
This is Philly Girl for
One
Life.
person come off mute, and then I'm going to go to the second question. And announce yourself so we can know who's talking.
This is Philly Girl for Life.
Who?
I
Oh, Philly Girl for Life. Okay.
I think there's going to be some strain with Destiny and Tisha. I think Tisha is going to be, in all these reality shows, there has to be someone, poor character, who's going to be the one that gets teased or whatever word you want to use. And I think Tisha may get it. She may get it from both Destiny and from her sister-in-law, in my opinion. And I also think there's going to be some strain between Destiny and Nell,
Okay.
because the two of them on the stage, Nell sort of put it down. She said, I don't know about Destiny no more. I got to think about it. So we might see some strain between that relationship.
All right. Helen G, all things Helen G. What relationships may be strained if they decide to bring this stuff back to our televisions and to your front room? We just talked about the strained relationships amongst the women. What
Hmm.
are the strained relationships among the men that come to mind for you? All things Helen G.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question because that's a really good one. I think that the strained relationships will definitely be Destiny and Tisha, only because they had a common goal before. They had someone that they both hated, and they both had they had a common goal. As far as the men are concerned, I think the strained relationships will definitely be Maurice. I'm sorry, not Maurice, but Martell and um, Tisha's husband. So it'll definitely be those two, and it will also be Marquez and Ken. I definitely think that's where that's where they're going to pull the drama from, and they're going to make the drama that Ken and Trish has as their storyline. The only difference is I don't think that Kimmy. I think Kimmy will be the peacemaker as she always is, but I also think that nobody's going to cross Kimmy because Kimmy set a strong presence in this reunion by being so vocal. So I think everybody's going to think twice about coming against her. And if anything, it's going to be an issue with Destiny and definitely Tisha because they only had a friendship based on them both hating Mel.
Got it. Got it. Let's pause. I'm going to toss this one to Side Eye to Sage and Janae. I'm going to go with you first, Janae. Who has the more likelihood of a reconciliation to repair their relationships on this show? Who do you see making up?
None.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I feel that way is people cut too deep in that circle. When you have a tight group like that knows everything about each other, it's kind of like who's going to cross who first and who's going to tell everybody
Oh, shit.
secrets.
Who's going to cross who first? Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. It's pretty much at this point who's going to cut whose throat first.
Mm.
I feel that it's going to be Ken and Martell, and it's going to be Marsau and Martell.
Okay.
And I think the beef between Ken and Martell is going to get real ugly because finally maybe she'll admit that she messed with that man.
Mm. All
Because
right.
we all feel it.
Wow. Aunt Debbie, I'm going to come to you. Who has
Oh,
the
Queen.
likelihood? And I know I'm throwing you for a monkey wrench. You're like, what? And I'm going to somebody else after this. Listen to the question very carefully. This is for you, Aunt Debbie. Who has the potential to fall out? I'm talking about falling the fuck out on this show. We never saw it coming.
I would say Maurice and Marceau.
What?
Yep.
I
I
agree.
agree with that. I do too.
Me
I
too.
do too.
What?
Can I throw a monkey wrench in there?
Okay, y'all gotta announce y'all's names because they don't know y'all's voices yet. Who wants to throw a monkey wrench?
It's Helen. I want to Helen G.
Okay, Helen, can you make it quick? Because I want to go to somebody else. Go ahead, Helen.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me tell you who's going to throw a monkey wrench. If they bring Ariane in, they bring Coleslaw in. She's going to throw a monkey wrench in all of that because she's friends with Destiny. And that's going to be the monkey wrench in the story.
This Jersey Gemini, can I throw a monkey wrench in too?
Go ahead.
Because I believe that the beefs are fake. Only because if Marceau and Martel truly had that much venom, I do not believe they would have been so cordial after that event. At the wedding, I mean at the renewal ceremony, vow renewal, they were dapping each other and talking. If it was true venom that he was talking to him that way, I do not believe they would have been so cordial. I believe that it was a fake beef. I think it was made up for TV myself.
All
But
right.
you
Queen,
got to
this is side
placate a
eye.
psycho.
Queen,
Y'all,
this is side eye
Say it
stories. I
again.
want to.
Say it again.
I said he's a loose cannon. And I agree with you for sure. But on the flip side, some people that are really loose cannons, you're not being fake, but you kind of got to placate with them. Like the psycho murderer. You got to
And,
pretend you ain't going to try to
and
who is
go
that?
away.
Who is that talking?
Queen Liz, sorry.
yeah,
Okay, no, go ahead. You're making sense.
yeah.
Well,
And I
yeah, I
believe
mean,
that too.
I've
But
had friends in the
even
past like that, and it's kind of
mhm.
like you don't want to even speak to them, but you might just be like, "Hey," just to keep it flowing and get on
Got
past
you.
that
and
blow up.
and I
I
and I
agree.
understand that, but even at the reunion, to me, when Marceau was saying the things that Martel was doing, they both were too calm,
Watch
based on
this.
how Martel acts towards everyone else, or how he would normally act when he gets upset. It just seems
You have to
strange to
think about
me.
the calmness. They've seen each other naked.
But
They've
Marceau
done
has
the
secrets, exactly.
Yeah, they've done the unthinkable naked in the most intimate position. So there's a level of calmness. There's a level of pause that's unheard of, considering the insults that they've hurled each other's way. But watch this. Watch this. Let's make it make sense. I want all of you to come off mute and think about what I'm asking you one on one. Just give me what comes to mind. Janae, what
Yes, ma'am.
number would I have to give you and pay you for you to act a damn fool on reality television? for fake?
Ooh, girl. Hmm.
What's the number?
We talking millions because I got 3 college kids. Okay, well, 3 kids that I want to put in college and a mortgage. So yeah.
Okay, millions. Keep it there. Philly girl, what's the number?
Yeah, it's going to be millions as well, like 2, 3. And honestly, it depends on how crazy you want me to act, because there's just some things I'm not willing to do for money.
Okay, I'm
But
going
we're
to
not desperate.
Jersey Gemini. What's your number? And keep it real, y'all.
Yeah, I don't have a number because my name means more to me than anything. And I will
Hello.
not act a
Yeah,
fool
I was gonna
as
say.
pretend. So for me, you can't pay me enough to be on TV lying about a beef. That
Okay,
won't happen. Yeah.
all right. And then mute up as you go. Jean, what's your number? And keep it real. Jean, you there? All right. Helen, what's your number?
It's well over the millions because I think about my reputation, my job, my education, my family, my friends, those who will get the chance to know me, my circle. Yeah, no, that's a no for me.
Okay.
Yeah, hey Queen, I'm sorry.
Go
My
ahead, Jean. Jean, what's your
I
number?
I was saying there could be no number for me because I'm not gonna ruin my reputation
Yeah.
just for money. I don't. It's not worth it.
But they don't have one.
Right.
Debbie, what's your number?
They don't have enough.
Ooh, y'all are tough. Queen Liz, what's your number?
I mean, we're all from that frame of mind, though. Like, we aren't willing to compromise for money. If I was desperate, if I'd already had some trash and my reputation's a little run through,
Come on.
I mean, and then they're going to come at you with, well, Heather Dubrow only gets what 500,000 a season. I'm just saying, like, even Vicky Gunvalson, like, they don't have enough traction in reality universe as stars to come for that type of money. But I know if I got a loan out on my house, I don't have a builder's license. Shit, throw 50,000. I don't know. I don't know because I'm not
No,
a
keep it
I
real. That's
agree with
my
all the
point.
ladies. I
Yeah.
always say I'd love to be a sex worker, and no shame to any of that. But like, I enjoy it too much, and I think too. It's not think too much. It's just no. People be like, "Step off, girl." No, you're not even. So, but yeah, I mean, I think they would want millions, but I think they'd settle far below.
Thank you.
And
A thousand.
especially if something's pressing on their back, and if they think they have a chance of redemption. And I'm a hush, but I got an alternate theory that's probably not true, but that's okay.
But what would be your number? Give me the number. They need a number.
If I were them, 100,000, make me the
All right.
star of the show.
Okay. Got it.
Queen,
Side eye to
listen,
stage 7. Give us a number.
listen. I'm not one of them girls. I got a number for you, baby.
Baby.
Give
Thank
me
you, baby.
staring down a riff. Give me 5 million. I'll cut up and go off the grid and tell everybody to kiss my ass.
Okay.
All right. Shell Boogie, what's your number?
Okay, Queen. Against every, I mean, I hear what everybody else is saying, but really, I don't have a number. I'm just me. I'm not a good faker. Period. I
Y'all,
mean, I'm just not. I can't. You can say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. You need to act like this. You need to say this. You need to say that. But I can't go with the flow because I'm not a fake phony person. So for
It's
me,
so what
okay.
would be your number? Hypothetically.
I
You
mean,
got to give us a number.
it's just not.
All right. All right. We're going to move on. And we got 2 people that say you can't give me a number, period, point blank. Let me tell you something. Some of you said you cannot give me a number. Some of you named up in the millions. These people doing it. You don't think this is real? You crazy. If
You
you
know
hold on,
what?
wait a minute. If you think these people are working for millions, you're crazy. And you say they're actors for what? Pennies? This is real, y'all. They
Right.
doing this shit. Hold on. They are doing this shit for pennies on a dollar. That's why I asked you your number. So that you can see the disassociation for when mofos are willing to do strange for a piece of change.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
it. That's the only reason I had to put you in the hot seat so you can really say out loud what your price is. Everybody has a price. Trust me. And yours is in the millions. And then you say, there's no way I would. But look what's happening. Somebody will. Somebody is and did in real life. So if your number's in the millions, you know they're taking less than. That's why I asked you. What are your thoughts now? Let me just get 2 people. We can't go through everybody. Who wants to come off mute real quick?
Philly girl for life.
Oh, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Philly girl for life. You asked us our number. So if they're willing to sell themselves for cheap, that's on them.
That's the reality of it. They are.
That's what they decide to do. So I think more of myself. And whatever it's got to be acting, because none of this is real. So, I mean, I'm going to treat it like I'm doing a TV show beyond the gates, because that's the way they act, like it's a soap opera. So for me as a soap opera actress, you're going to have to pay me. If they're willing to do it for pennies on the dollar, well, that's on them. I think more highly of myself to sell myself for cheap.
Martell did that YouTube for free.
And you know what? They've been doing it for free. For some of them came in. Think about it. What Kimmy said. They came into this game getting nothing. So what they're getting now is well above what they started out with, and they were willing to sell themselves for that. So imagine what they would be willing to sell themselves for now to get a storyline.
Most definitely.
This is Jersey Gemini. I think when they initially set out to do the initial, just filming for free, right? When they were filming for free, I think that those were genuine conversations and genuine topics. They didn't go deep into relationships and things. So I believe initially when the show started that there were true friendships, true conversations and things. But I think as the show went on, they're putting on for the camera. That's just my own personal opinion.
This is Janae. I think at this point, I don't think it's fake, not all of it, because of the things that they have hurled out and put out against each other, like talking about people's schmectionals histories in college and all this other stuff. It's just like it's gone. At what point do you say enough is enough? At what point do you say later on my kids are gonna have to see this and I'm gonna have to answer for it?
They don't give a damn. It sounds good. It looks good on paper. They don't give a damn. We talking about a bunch of hillbillies. Listen,
Oh Lord.
Carlos, hold on. We're talking about what Carlos has said on more than one occasion. Southern girls are not it. He said, I played it for you. Go fact check me. You heard it out of his mouth that Southern people don't have nothing to do but have sex. Because a New York housewife would never. So it goes to show that
Hey.
these people are these people are coming in your neighborhoods, beating down your doors, telling you that you're undiscovered talent when really you're not. They're here to exploit you and make a damn fool of you because they feel like you are a hillbilly and all you can do and all you're good for. See, they're mimicking the thoughts and the ideology of the men on this show. Listen to what he said. The only thing they can do is have sex all day. Is that not the same rhetoric and notion that Maurice, Marceau, Martel came in regarding their wives? Barefoot, pregnant, in the kitchen, cook, clean. And you wonder why the executive, hold on, and you wonder why the executive producer, come on now, I'm cooking. You wonder why the executive producer does not hold the women in high regard, high esteem, because he came in. Water seeks its own level. I know how I feel about women as a gay black man because my mama exemplified that. So you know what? I couldn't get it in New York. I couldn't get it in Atlanta because them bitches were too bougie. They wouldn't having it. I got exiled out by a white man who pulled my whole card and set boundary. It's sad when a white man gotta tell you to go. You doing too much. Listen to me. Don't say nothing and come back in. It's sad when a white man gotta fire you because you did too much to a black woman. Let that hit. Let that seep in.
Can I speak, Queen?
Catch that tea. It's sad when a white man got to come in and fire you because you did too much to a black queen, and even it's too much for his taste when it comes to entertainment. And then you take your black ass down to Huntsville, Alabama, not because you respect the likes of a Melody Cherie, not because you believe in her dream. As a matter of fact, you switched it up to be able to call it your own, even though she's beautiful. You touched her. You like what she had, but in your head, yes, queen, I'm going to tear this shit up. Your husband cheating, yes. I'm going to promise you that I'm going to take care of you. Clock that T. And I'm going to come in this motherfucker and I'm going to destroy it from the inside out, because I believe that all y'all are good for as Southern women is having sex and serving your husbands. And I'm going to treat you like it, and I'm going to pay you like it. That's the reality of it all. Y'all just had to
And
let
you're exactly right.
y'all understand
That's
what I'm
exactly
saying?
right.
He
And
said,
Queen, this is Shell Boogie. Let me say this. I am a country girl. I'm from North Carolina.
Who's safe here for a brag? Hello.
And hey, and let me tell you something. I was raised by a strong black woman. Okay. That is not all we do. I have worked, even it was stuff that I wanted. My mom was a single mom. Okay. And she worked her butt off so me and my brother could have. I never wanted for anything. Let me say that first and foremost. And I've always known the value of hard work. So no, I don't agree with Carlos on that BS. He talking about that bullshit. Excuse me if I can say that, about all we do is lay on our backs. I am 55 years old. I don't have kids. I never desired kids. I was into my career. So that that right there just gotta, like, man, come on now. You gotta do a little bit better than that. I don't know what southern town you in, but you ain't in the one I'm in.
well,
You
here's
feel
the
me?
thing. Here's
He
the
thinks
thing.
that because if he was a black woman, that's what he'd want to do. He wishes he
Here,
could.
but
Sure.
here's
I
the thing.
wish we could do what we could do, but no,
Let
all
me
of us not like that.
Here's the thing about that. We say too much. You cannot out philosophize an ideology that somebody has about you as a black woman. Now I'm cooking. You remember I told y'all we were going to go deep. I said, just let's warm up to it, because we got new people here. You see what I'm saying? We got new people here. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the black experience. I'm going to put it up in your face. See, when somebody has an idea of who they think you are, it is nothing you can do to change their mind. I don't give a damn if it's a woman, a man, a child, an entity, a job, your boss. It's a wrap. It's a wrap once and Carlos came into this sector of Alabama. He never respected Melody. Melody was something to use. Let's talk about it. Y'all talk about how the show has become toxic. Baby, it was toxic before it hit your TV screen. That's what I'm trying to get you to
Absolutely. It
understand. It
was.
starts in the
Absolutely.
head. And
I
when you
agree,
want to get rid
Queen.
of toxicity, you cut the snake off from the head. Let me pause. He never saw her as something to value and respect. He saw her as something to use. It's not her. It ain't her. He was doing that bullshit in Atlanta, but a white man by the name of Andy Cohen said, not on my watch. Phaedra was here for the bullshit. Portia was there for the bullshit to take Kenya down, to take Candy down. Look at how your sisters will betray you. That's why I asked you, what's your number? Because everybody has a
Right.
number. Oh, pause. That's why I asked you. I'm telling you, always go somewhere with my rhetoric. I ain't just up here talking. That's why I said, what's your number? What's your number? Because everybody, even if you ain't got one, the one next to you got one that will devour your ass.
And will.
You know what I'm saying, Aunt Debbie?
I hear you.
You may not have one, but she may got one. That's why you choose your friends like you pick your fruit. You know, when you pick your fruit, you're going to check for dents, bruises, scratches, worms, parasites. The spray that they spray, you looking at it real closely, but you'll let somebody in and sit next to you. We all have made that mistake. But let me tell you something. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. You got people seated next to you. You give them $2, a 2-piece and a pepper. They will take you down. Desperate people do desperate things. That's why I say, what's your number? What's your number? And that's why I shifted from Love and Marriage Huntsville and gave you Carlos King and showed you how the cancer has moved from network to network. Had it not been from Andy, had it not been for Andy, disagree with me out loud or privately, Andy put a stop to that shit. Carlos King is a
I
cancer,
agree.
period. Now let's pause on that. That's why I said, what's your number? Because even if you don't have one, don't you ever think that everybody thinks, walk, and value relationships and friendships like you do. Let me tell you what was the downfall of Love and Marriage Huntsville. The women, they didn't stick together. They could have stood a line against Carlos and said, we don't do that bullshit over here. I know you said that you came
Yep.
here our talent, but we don't do that bullshit over here. Yeah, we came from a movie theater. My husband may work in a movie theater. My husband may work with his hands. I may be a nurse, but we don't do that bullshit. We won't turn against each other. Oh, no, I need you to rewrite that. Nah, bro, I ain't doing that. Black women. Black women. Hold on. Let's mute up because some of y'all, we got some of, yeah, there we go. If the Black women had united on Love and Marriage Huntsville, we would not be where we are today. Period. That's
Man,
not to take
period.
away what
I
Carlos
agree.
came in trying to do. That's not to take away what Martell, Marceau, and Maurice did. But if the Black women had stood together and said, we will not let nobody play in our faces, we gonna show them motherfuckers how to do this shit. And we gonna do it right. And bitch, I might get mad at you. And I'm gonna call you and I might have to eat your ass up on camera, but I'll never go low. I'll never go low. I'll never hurt you. But I'm gonna let you know, and you can let me know. And that's where we draw the line. Because we still gotta give good TV. We still gotta give good entertainment. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep you, even if it means I shut my mouth. And we don't do that enough for each other. And I
Not
did
at
all of
all.
that
I
just to
agree.
say what I'm talking about. Y'all got to start holding each other's back better than what you do. A lot
Yes,
of
ma'am.
times
I
y'all
agree, Queen.
hurt each other. Y'all hurt each other on purpose because you can.
Yep.
That's the shit that you used to, and your mama did to you, and your sister did to you, and your friend did to you. And you bring that toxic ass shit and new relationships with other women like Melody just wanted to put you on and give you an opportunity to spread your wings and fly. And you dropped the ball because you felt some kind of way.
I agree.
Panel, final thoughts. Let me
Queen.
go to Janae.
Queen, this, oh, sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Queen, I have to agree with everything you said. I remember earlier you mentioned, what did I learn about Black love from this show? What I learned about Black love in this show, that Black love can equal betrayal on both sides, whether you're married to your husband or whether you're best friends with your girlfriend. Because when Melody helped Tisha get out of the house and put the battery in her back and says, you could do more and be a mother, it's okay. And she kept helping them and helping them and helping them and helping them and doing things and doing things and doing things. And the first chance they got, they stabbed her in the back. I feel like this show should have been better than what it was. I felt like you said, it was toxic before it came to the network. I felt like um this season coming up, or whatever the case may be, all of them are going to turn against each other. Every last one of them. Nobody is safe on that cast. Everybody's going to start telling everybody's secrets. People are going to start providing receipts. People are going to start coming up and starting going to work to prove that they can still hold this down. And I really do think that the truth is about to come out that everybody wanted to hide.
All right. Thank you, Janae. Philly girl for life. What are your final thoughts?
Um, I agree with the last person. I don't think there are any alliances. I think everybody is vying for a top spot. And Marceau might be the leader of that pack, but who knows? To go back to the beginning of the show, I think one of the reasons why it didn't work, because none of these people were these women were not Melanie's good girlfriends. These were the wives of Martell's friends. This probably would not have been the cast, the people that she would have casted, because she has said recently, or that, she wanted to bring in other people. She suggested other couples who were very prominent in the area, and Carlos was not interested in them. So these are not people that Melody would have chosen, but this is the hand that she was dealt. And so she tried her best to, as someone else said, to bring them up. But they were jealous of her. She was the youngest before Stormy came on. She was the youngest and the most successful. So they already were looking at her side. Women can be nasty, hateful, and truly jealous. So it was out the gate. I agree with you. I think out the gate, it was bad. And then to add insult to injury, you had her husband who was cheating on her. And we got to remember, it took Melanie a long time to figure it out before she finally, she said she spent a whole lot of time in the closet crying. So this is not something that she just, we're 9 seasons in, and she's like, enough is enough. But it took her a long time to get here, and I admire her strength. The problem with these other women, they admire her, but they don't have the ability to do the things that she has done because they don't trust themselves to be able to make it because they haven't demonstrated it on the show. So we'll see what happens. If the show goes on, they're filming, they're doing whatever it is they're doing, good for them. If it comes back, it comes back. But it'll end up, in my opinion, being seen the same way the other 2 shows in the franchise. Not a lot of people watch it, but OWN doesn't have a lot of strong shows. So here's another one that's not very strong. Why would they cancel it, in my opinion?
Excellent
Thank you
point.
very
Thank
much.
you. I like how you say they admire her, but I'm gonna push back, and it's not to go back and forth. I'm gonna say they like the outcome, but they don't like the person.
Agreed.
Jersey
Agreed.
Gemini, what are your final
Agreed.
thoughts?
Hello. As far as Black love shown on the show, I believe that Miss Van and Melanie's relationship was something that we should have seen more of. And I also enjoyed um Melanie evolving and showing the love for herself and how to be able to move forward and not need to have the masses agree, right? She was able to move forward and not have the masses. And as far as bonds, I believe that family bonds show very well there as far as Marcel, Maurice, Tisha, and Kimmy. That the dynamic changed when Kimmy spoke against Tisha on a reunion, and you see in that next season her whole demeanor changed towards Tisha. So those are some takeaways that I had. And the other thing is, I believe that they will get another season, but I do think that it may be a shorter season. Maybe it won't be 15 episodes in each one, because even Bell Collective had a shorter season. So I believe that the season will probably be shorter, but I do believe it'll come back on.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go to Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, your name is just popping up in my head.
Well, my take on this, these women never loved themselves, so they couldn't possibly have love for anyone else. One was a trapper, and I'm talking about Tisha. She trapped Martell, got a baby. I mean, Marceau. She got a baby and then had to marry him. That's not love. She loved herself. She never would have settled. Kimmy was a desperado. She picked a bum off the couch. So she couldn't have loved herself to pick him, because if she loved herself, she would have did better, and he would not been a choice of hers. So when you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else or expect someone to love you? These men don't love these women. They with them for one reason or another, but it's not for love. So I never saw any black excellence. And these women are jealous women because they don't love themselves, and they not gonna love their sister or have a sister bond with any other woman. Tisha and Kimmy don't like each other. They're only together because 2 brothers and they're the wives. And that's what the men told them. They got to get along. So I know some no love on them. I watched Mel as she evolved to love herself more till she walked away from a A-B relationship that she knew was not going nowhere. She tried to keep her family together. I seen a woman who was family oriented and loved her family
Mm.
till she took a lot of stuff just because she loved her family and wanted it to work. And when it no longer served her or couldn't be straightened out, she had to love herself and keep her sanity. And she had to go on with life and build her life. She had 4 children. She had to think about them. Well,
Got
that's what I saw on the show.
And that's deep. Miss Jean, what you got? You following up behind Aunt Debbie? Oh, y'all are being real tonight, and I love it. I think Miss Jean. I'm gonna drop Miss Jean. Miss Jean. There you go, Miss Jean.
I personally, coming behind Miss Debbie is she kind of thinks like I think. None of them were friends. And you have to look at even just who raised Tisha and Kimmy as a nurse, which she came on with so much class. She turned it up at that reunion because now all of them getting ready to fight to see who can be the next one to be picked. Now everybody is a victim. Everybody's going through something because they want to mirror what Mel went through. But now they're just gonna do a storyline and fake to try to get the same support that Mel received.
All right, that's Miss Jean. Let me go to Shell Boogie. I'm just working my way around the board so everybody can get in and not having to wait to the end or last. Shell Boogie, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts on this, Queen, is first I have to say that having pride and respect for myself is the way I was raised. So I want to say I keep it real and I can't fake it. So what Carlos feels about Southern women, that really don't mean nothing to me. I can't be bought, period. Now, as for the future of Love and Marriage Huntsville, we all know that Martell is a ticking time bomb. Everybody knows that this man is like insane in the membrane. He is with you when you are with him, but when you go against him, it's game on. So Martell is really down for whatever. So it's up to the others to decide if they're gonna play or not. All the couples, they need to be on alert because it's game on with him. And so if they return, we'll just see how it all plays out. But to be honest, I probably won't be tuning in. I'll probably be tuning in to, somebody doing a review on it or whatever. But, to me, this whole cast is over and done with. Is they don't have a storyline. So, that's just my opinion. That's what I think. And that's it, point blank, period.
All right. Well, thank you for that final wrap up. I see somebody in the chat that's saying, "Where's Lala?" Y'all respect people's absence. Lala's in Ramadan. Lala
Yes,
is
it is.
Lala is a Muslim. She takes a religious. So when y'all come in, mind your manners around where people are. If you want to know where Lala is, and we love her here, ask her first before you put her on display publicly. Because in the palace, we do everything in decency and in order. We respect people's religious time and their spiritual time and their time off. So when you come in loud and uncouth, where is so and so? They're taking time off. It's nothing wrong. It's everything right. And we honor that in the palace. So pipe down. We just talking about how to love on your black sister, and y'all come in. That's no keys in motion. You didn't know that, but that's why you saved that for behind the scenes and not in public, where over 2,000 people, almost 2,000 people are logged in. Because now you force a reaction so that we can explain that it's not a beef. You see how shit can go wrong and left real quick when Lala.
Exactly. We love you, Lala.
Facts.
Take your time, Lala.
Yeah, and somebody come in, where's Lala? It ain't no beef, baby. Lala is respecting her religion and taking
Yes,
time off. And so is Somali Queen, if we really want to get into it. But that's not something that people will share with everybody. That's something that they share to those near and dear to them. Lala is fine. Lala is loved in the palace. She
yes,
will
she
be back.
is.
No, it's not a beef, but when you come in and you don't handle it tenderly, or you don't reach out to Lala, or you don't reach out to Sugar, or because Sugar was gone a couple of weeks and it was her birthday. You get what I'm saying? And when we don't, when we just say what we want when we want, people got kids, they got family, they got religious obligations, they got marriages. So y'all need to pipe down sometimes. And Keys, I'm not trying to come at you, but you came in loud. So I got to be loud in my response. And that's no disrespect to you because you came in and everybody can see it. Lala is fine.
Respect, Lala. Do what you do, Lala.
Yeah, and Somali Queen is fine. We have other Black women that are here that are not Americans that practice work-life balance, that practice self-work, that practice things that we don't have the privilege of practicing. And they're not here because they don't want to be here tonight. That's it. That's all. And if you're ever concerned, reach out to them. Don't put them on display publicly where they have to come out and explain it because these chats go on and on and on. If you really love your sister, reach out to her and check on her. No. I'm just saying if you miss her, let her know. I got you. I got you. I got you. And I don't think you meant it in an adversary way, but I'm just telling y'all how to do it. If you miss somebody, reach out to them. Hey, sis, I missed you. I wanted to say hi. That will be better served than in a place where they're not. Lala is great. Lala is family over here. There you go, Keys in Motion. She said, I will thank you. That's it. That's how you do that. That's it. That's all. We got to get better in holding our thoughts together, not saying everything we think because we can. And where's Lala? She's fine. She just can't come. There's a commitment that she's honored with her Lord and her Savior. That's it. And now I got to speak for her. And I hope I did it right. All right. Let's go. Queen Liz, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, like of the show in general, for me at least, it's a little bit of like a cultural phenomenon. And I think it's like captured just love it, hate it. We're not watching or interested because of, oh, these people, we want to see them. Like now that Melody's gone, and even with Melody, it captured what Black couples, individuals, people. I mean, and I'm from Atlanta. So, I'm like, oh, something down here. Okay. Over this way. But it's also captured like suspicions of fraud, infidelity. The list could go on. So I think it's really spun another way. Also, I think Martell and Destiny would be the easiest target for like producer puppet. They need the money. I mean, Martell did that YouTube live for free 99. So what wouldn't he do for a decent check? I mean, he's already been doing it for a check, decent or not. Also, they don't mind looking bad in the public eye. Like Marceau, Tisha, say what you want. They want to keep a facade. And, we all want to keep it professional or whatever you want to say. They're not good at it. But, right, we all want to have our church manners, whatever you say. She don't mind acting up in court. He didn't mind getting on the YouTube. They're kind of desperate and they're also vicious. Like they have dirt, they'll go for it. So producers may get in their ear that way. Carlos, he tried to steal Candy's story. What if he's trying to air out some not, above board things and do an expose to save his own butt? Probably not, because I don't think he's that smart. And he tried to model himself like with Andy. And I know he's a Black man, this and that, but he wanted to play up that, gay gal pal and I can do reality, but he forgets Andy's had a long tenure in journalism, reputable news outlets, different stations all his life, and still, has, besides that New Year's Eve, has great relations with people. And I'm not saying he's perfect, but he has an Emmy and 2 Peabodys, to name a few. So Carlos, there's no comparison. And Andy's just himself. That's how he got kind of where he is. Also, he forgot the little tidbit Andy does. His castmates can't sue each other while they're filming for things they bring up. So there's not saying they're going to the gutter, but they aren't going to be afraid to bring up a little suggestion, because they're not going to have Maurice going, hey, you keep talking, I'm going to sue you, to the hosts on that reunion. So I kind of just wanted to say that, and that's my final thoughts right now. But I think They're going to go for the people that will do the most and take the check in whatever way they can go.
All right. Well, thank you, Queen Liz. Let me go to Shell Boogie. Did you give your final thoughts? I felt like you did.
I did, Queen. I just think that, and I thank you for letting me up on panel tonight. And I just think that really Martell holds the key this season, because I think he, like I said, he's a ticking time bomb. And I think, if you're with him, you're with him, and he's cool with you. But when he's not, he's not. And it could go either way. So those are my final thoughts, actually.
I think side eye to Sage 7. I think you're the last person, right, Queen?
Hey, Queen Sheba. Yeah, it's me. I'm the last one. I'll keep it really brief here. I think my final thoughts are in terms of naming your price, and I just want to go to one quick point. When you talked about acting a fool, I think that those are the rules that you play when you're in a pit with other snakes. I think that Melody's mistake on this show in general is assuming that the people that she was filming with, they were on equal playing field in terms of morality. So when I named my price, I have a price when I'm playing with people that are not playing with the same morals and values that I'm playing with. And I think that's very important to note as we go forward in the show. And that feeds into my next point. We are now seeing people who are on the same moral common ground. They have no morals. So we should expect anything from the castmates now. I don't expect any alliances. I don't expect Carlos to drive for a resolution, because that's not his thing. I think now he finally gets the chaos, the complete chaos that he was looking for, because the moral center of the show has left. And so, yeah, if that's my commentary. I think now we can expect anything, because now he can take the toothpaste completely out of the tube. That's what I got.
Oh, great. I love it. Helen, I think we skipped you. Let me give, she dropped down. All right. That's it.
Queen,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you think, because a long time ago, I don't know if everyone is on the panel has heard this expression, you don't piss off the one that knows all your secrets. So Martell knows every one of their secrets.
Yes,
So
he does.
like the person before spoke, and this is what made me think of this. So now that Mel is gone, and now he can have the chaos that he wants. I don't think there's going to be. Do you think there's really going to be any form of alliances, or you think it's going to be every snake for themselves?
I think there's going to be forced forms of alliances. Have you ever seen the show Naked and Afraid?
Yes.
You see people from all walks of the world come together because they have to.
Yes.
Like each other, they have different personalities or different genders. They fight even in the most desperate situations. Then they have to rely on each other. And only if they cannot, they'll separate. They'll go hunt. They'll go do this and that, not to talk to each other. But at the end of the day, they realize they need each other. And only if it becomes a desperate state of sickness, health, dehydration, do they separate, right? Because the goal is to win. I think it's going to force alliances, and they're going to, let me tell you something, absolutely, it's going to force alliances. Let me tell you why I say that. They don't have the preparation and the financial nest egg to be able to walk away. Every person that's remaining do not have the business savvy. They're not making the money they should make, and each and every one of them are in a hole financially from business, lawsuits, criminal charges. So they have to remain where they are. They're going to be forced to work together. It's a forced alliance, and they're going to pick each other one by one and pick off whomever they need to pick off. It's going to be like the movie on Netflix called The Platform. I refer to The Platform a lot. It depends on what level you on, determines how much you get to eat. They're going to be fighting for camera time because everybody is going to want to eat first, period, point blank. Now, let me get to a comment because I don't play. My chat. And I'm not here to cause discord. One thing I'm not openly, if you watch Queen and in the City, I said I'm an excellent friend, but I'm a tricky associate. If you cross me, I cross you. If you disrespect me, I'll disrespect you. I don't play nice at my age. I'm a grown-ass woman. You come in my chat, you challenge me, I call you out, I drop the link. You can come up here or you can get sit out. That's the way it is over here. It ain't no bullying. It's grown woman shit. If you pull up, I'm pulling up. If you drop it in the chat, that means you want me to speak on it. And if you drop it, I'm speaking. If I see it and if I deem it worthy. Harriet, you say you went off on that lady for no reason. No, I didn't go off. I straightened some shit out. Because let me tell you about me. And maybe you haven't been around this motherfucker for long, but let me tell you about me. And you don't ever have to come back. And you never hear me talk like that. You never hear me say, don't come back over here. Because I recognize the value in each and every one of you. But if you openly challenge me and you don't have any background or you don't understand where I'm coming from or what I'm building over here, I'm going to set you straight. And it's up to you to choose and be respectful, or you can go away quietly. Now, you put yourself on my radar, Harriet, when you say you went off on that lady for no reason. First of all, I corrected her. Because if she wanted to know where Lala was, and she came back and said, I got it. Me and her good. I hope we good. And if not, she knows how to reach me. She said we good. If she want, let me tell y'all something, because some of y'all messy as fuck. Let's just talk about it. You do conniving ass shit. And I'm talking about some of you, not all of you. And you know what you do, and you go screenshot it and say, I asked Queen Sheba where you was. And then you'll take a whole clip of I know what y'all do because you send it to me, of what you do to other content creators. So let's talk about it. And I ain't never scared. But I try not to go there. And I tell people, don't ever pull up on me. If you come to the palace and pull up on me, then it's game. So now you're here. Harriet. You pulled up and you say you went off on that lady for no reason. You're a damn lie. You a damn lie. She came and asked for Lala. Everybody, even Sugar said, Lala put on. If you're a true follower of Lala, how come you don't know about her latest video? Let's talk about it. When we talk about supporting Black women, why would you come to the palace? And I love Lala. But let me just tell you how y'all try to play mind games. If you're a true supporter of Lala, how come you don't know where to find her? I'll wait.
Let me say this.
No.
Boom.
Let me finish.
That's it.
I'm gonna wait. No,
That's
come
it.
in. Let me finish. I'll wait. How, if you are a true supporter, meaning Black women supporting Black, how come you don't know where to find her? I'll wait. Sugar just came in and said, you can go find her. She did a whole video telling you she's going to take off, but yet you come to the palace, and that's no shade to Lala. I'm going to tell you how y'all try to stir up stuff amongst women. Where is Lala? You can find Lala on YouTube. You can find Lala on Instagram. You can sing your sentiments to Lala, but you drop a bomb and you walk away. I'm not that kind of content creator where I allow women to think that I'm at odds with another woman. I'm another woman. I'm going to clear the shit up. A lot of other women won't. I will. If I love her and if I appreciate her and if I don't want any misunderstandings. And that's what I did. So it ain't going off, baby. It's a correction. It's a corrective action to let you know, don't come over here and do that. We don't divide and conquer over here. You can try that toxic shit on other pages, but not here in the palace. Because I'll clear that shit up with a heartbeat. Lala is my sister. Period, point blank. Can't nobody come over here and drop a fucking missile on any woman that I love and expect me not to jump in. It ain't going off. It's correcting you. It's correcting you as a Black woman. Because if you love her, if you appreciate her, you should know where to find her. And you should reach out to her and say, sis, I respect what you're doing. By way of spirituality, by way of devotion. I honor it. I think it's a great practice. We miss you. We love you. Period, point blank. But what you don't do is drop a fucking bomb in somebody else's chat for them to have to answer it. And then you come up, Harriet, with your messy ass and say, you just went off on that lady. If you don't like it, you clock out, you come back later. That's it. That's all. Don't fuck with me in the palace. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. I don't play mess. I don't do mess. You can't even drop mess on my shit without me being all over it. Period, point blank. I don't play it. I don't do it. We don't go against other Black women for no reason. We don't even leave a question mark. I don't do subliminals. Period, point blank. You take that shit and you go elsewhere, but don't you ever bring it to the palace. And let me tell you why I'm really, really hard about that. Because I see YouTube blowing the fuck up. I see women fighting all day. We don't do that shit over here. Period, point blank. I stand where the fuck I stand.
You don't have to.
Limits.
I 100%
Never
agree.
come over here and try to put a question mark about what I got going on with somebody else. And even if I did, y'all would never know. I'm
You
not
don't
that
have to
kind of woman.
apologize. This your palace.
No. I'm not
That's
even
right, Queen. You
apologizing.
did that.
I'm
You did
not
that.
that kind of woman.
You
Even
did
if I
that.
felt some kind of way, nobody would ever know. I ain't that kind of bitch.
Yeah.
I ain't
Speak.
weak. I'm not that immature. You would never know. The only way you would know is if they gave you a clue, not me. Me and Lala good. Lala is honored in the palace. She's respected in the palace. She always has a seat in the palace. And so does everybody else that has held me down 100%. Ain't no question marks behind that. So don't
Well,
ever.
we love you, Queen, and you don't have to explain nothing to
No, I want
nobody.
to. I
Everybody that
want
know
to.
you know what's up.
Let me tell you why I want to, because women don't stick together.
We
They
don't.
don't have manners.
And they don't. But anybody that knows you and has followed you, period, point blank, know that you are for Black women unity.
But I
Period.
need to listen. I
So,
want to. It's not that I
oh
have
my
to. I want to.
God.
Listen to
I
me,
know
y'all.
you
Let me
do, but
finish.
you don't have to.
I want to. Y'all just let me talk. I
I'm gonna
want
let
to.
you talk.
Listen, just let me talk, please. I need people to know where I stand. I don't do this often. When I tell you where I stand, you can't touch them. You can't touch me. I'm never going to muddy up a relationship. That's not me. Period. It's not me over explaining. I'm telling you, I pick sides. And when I tell you where I stand there. You can't touch Lala. Period.
I can't. Lala, I love Lala. Lala is the bomb.com, and I respect her, and I'm happy that she's doing what she feels like she needs to do for her. And that's it. And if you love Lala, like you said, you would know because she put a video out there telling you exactly, I'm gonna be out for this amount of time. I love you guys, but respect what I'm doing. I'll be back. Period. She told us that. So if you love Lala, like you say you love Lala, then you would know that. And that's all I gotta say.
Thank you. So it's not I'm not even mad. I don't play. I am not that kind of woman. When I got you, I got you. The only way we gonna have a problem is if you cross me. Lala is one and done for me. She's signed, sealed, and delivered for me. Lala has been there. Lala will forever be here. It ain't no question where Lala is. If you don't know, maybe Lala didn't want me to tell you. Don't do that. Y'all got to get it right, Black women. Stop doing that shit. Stop it. Everybody don't want y'all to know everything. It ain't, y'all, we not fighting. But I got to hold y'all accountable. The men stick together all times. They stick together. They going to cover each other. That's what we just been talking about. Y'all, look, we didn't came in and drive. And if Lala saw that, let me tell you how friendship works. Let me tell you how friendship works from something small. Let me tell you how it works. This video comes out a day or two. Lala's on Ramadan doing her thing. Somebody comes in with a questionable remark about her, and I didn't clean it up as a friend. Lala probably wouldn't care. She wouldn't care. But that ain't the way I operate as a friend.
I think she would,
Hold
Queen.
on, no.
Lala
Let
loves you.
me cook y'all. That's the way I operate. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. I'm trying to show y'all my heart. Just chill. That's how I operate. You ain't got to ask me to do nothing. I'm coming in the way I want to come in. Period. Raw, rugged, unapologetic. When I got you, I got you. Period. Nothing in return. No backup needed. No applause needed. When I say I'm your fucking friend, I am your friend. I got you. Period. You ain't never got to question Queen Sheba if we straight. And if we not, nobody gonna know unless you pull up and say something. So Crafty Lion, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen. I see you standing on business as usual.
Period.
I I just made it, which you already know. I've been so busy, but I was able to come in and hear you asking, what's your price? I would like to say that I don't have a price because I'm not that hungry. And if I am hungry, I can afford to feed myself, my heart, my soul, and my spirit. But I'm realistic. I have a sister. She will love me, fight for me, do anything I need for me. And if they offer her the right money, she sell me out kind of quickly. We got the same parents, but I know who she is. And I know what her hangups are. So I know there's some vulnerability there. She doesn't have a lot of loyalty when it comes to certain things. And for the right price, she go to Huntsville right now and do a lot of the things that my mom would be really pissed about. But that's just the truth. But I would like to think that I'm not that hungry yet. But those people on that show think they're stars. And I'm not talking about Melody. Melody is a star. But the rest of them think they're stars. Destiny said it. I'm a star. Somebody told me, they looked at me and told me, you're a star. So they think they're stars. So they may not get a lot of money, but they think they are bigger fame-wise than they are. So as much as the money matters, it doesn't, because they think they're celebrities. I mean, they're like red carpet. I'm going to get an Oscar one day. This is in their mind, celebrities. So I get why they do the things they do. And then some of them are soulless. And that's really what I wanted to say, and just say, I miss you guys, but I'm lurking when I can. Work's just been a lot.
And I miss your voice, your lovely voice. Let me tell you something about So Crafty Line. So Crafty Line popped up months and months ago on I Said What I Said segment when we were talking about Taraji P. Henson. And Taraji actually fired her entire staff of Black workers because she said after Empire, is that the name of the show?
Yeah.
After Empire, she thought she was going the right direction by hiring an all-Black team, but after Empire, her team rode her coattail for so long. After Empire, her all-Black team had nothing lined up for her by way of work. That was a problem, but yet they were eating off of her. So we started to get into a huge discussion, very good discussion about, is an all-Black team good or bad, blah, blah, blah. And then it got down to the point of, you work with the likes, meaning Taraji, work with the likes of Brad Pitt. How come you're not associating yourself with his management, his PR, his da-da-da? How come you didn't diversify your team? So Crafty Lion popped up and said, let me explain to you how business works. I'm a risk manager. And what we do for a living is we examine and we assess the risk of doing business with you. So sometimes to y'all as people of color, oh, this person is the greatest person in your community or the greatest person on the hierarchy or here. But to a business entity, to an investor, it could represent a risk or a loss in profits. Blew our minds. She ran down the numbers. She ran down how it works. And ever since then, she's been a staple item in the palace. When my brother passed away, she didn't say one word to me. She said, I got a ding of $100 Cash App. And she said, I know where you are. You probably haven't eaten in days. It's important you go eat. And I responded, oh my God, I haven't. Oh my God, I haven't. There's a restaurant right next to the hospital. She says, go eat. And I ate. And that was the first meal I had. Not because I didn't have the money. It's just in my brain, I just couldn't figure out my own problems. And she's continued to check in on me. She's continued to come up. She's continued to offer her professional advice, not only to me, but to you as a group, as a platform. I love the palace. I will protect the palace. I will clean up any misconceptions. And that's what we do here. And I appreciate you, So Crafty Line. And I miss you. And I know you got your own stuff going on, but I just wanted to tell you that publicly.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm working with some young Black future kings and queens. And I'm trying to bring them into the risk management thing and let them understand this is how the world works. Go out there and get your money. So I've been busy, but I lurk when I can. But I'll be back. Just give me a minute. I'll be back fully. But I just wanted to step up and say hey and tell you I hear you and you're doing you and I love it and I love you and everybody just, be safe and be peaceful. And then when you don't need to be peaceful, just be who you are. That's okay too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Listen, my stuff is never personal. If it's personal, I'll go off, and I don't go off often. But I ain't gonna leave nothing to I'm a Scorpio. I ain't gonna leave nothing to wonder. That's why I wanted to clear it up because I don't like that. I don't like when people don't clear up stuff for me. When my name get put in the mix, I'd be like, damn, she could have cleared that up real quick. Maybe not in the way that I would, but I don't ever want somebody to ever doubt where they stand with me, how much we love them, how much we appreciate them. That's what I do. That's the way I'm built. That has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm doing that shit in real life, period, point blank. And you may not like me. I don't care. I only care about my inner circle, period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to continue to do the rest that I can do for you all. But I want to make sure that I'm exemplifying everything that comes out of my mouth as it relates to Black excellence, women sticking together, making sure women that are not here, that are taking a break, feel loved, feel appreciated. And there is no type of question marks, period. Ladies, that's it. Thank you all for coming up here. We've been up here for a while. We were supposed to stop at 1 hour and 15 minutes, child. We were supposed to stop, but it just kind of went on. Yeah, we just want to love on each other over here. We want to connect you all with the right people that can help you, making sure we got some powerful women, man. We got some powerful women over here. We really do. Thank you to all of the panelists that came up. Thank you all for sharing your thought leadership. It's real over here, unapologetically. We're going to say what we want to say. And if I offended anyone, I want to apologize. But if you challenge me openly, you're going to get that work. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You get what I'm saying? Don't make me right. Don't make you wrong. But that's just what it is. That's just kind of platform I run. Keep coming. Keep challenging me. Keep challenging me. I'm never above. I'm sorry. I'm never above my bad. It ain't nothing bad. That's just, it is. I'm passionate. If you bring it out of me, because I said what I said and I stand where I stand, you'll never got a question. Period. Where I come from. Period. I'm only a phone call away. I'm an Instagram message away. I'm an email away. If you ever not sure, there's so many ways to reach me because people have done it before. I don't like intentional misunderstandings because there's too much shit going around on YouTube. I will not be one of them. As for me and the palace, we will continue to build. We will continue to honor each other. If there's something I got to clear up, I'm going to clear that shit up in real time, period, point blank. I'm not festering in it. I'm not having no type of delayed hostility. I don't work like that. I can't sleep like that. We good. And if I was too strong to anybody, I apologize. It's just my passion. It's nothing personal. Hit me up in my inbox. But to the lady that challenged me openly, you challenged me openly, Harriet, and you got what you got. Feel free to reach out to me. It is what it is. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying whatever you put out, expect to get back. Ladies, one or two of you, anything else that I forgot?
And you cooked that, Queen. I'm ready to eat.
All right.
I appreciate you, Queen. I'm a Johnny come lately to the party. I appreciate your content. I appreciate your essence. As a Black woman, I feel like we as Black women, we need more. And we need a safe space to come to express ourselves without judgment and with freedom. And thank you for giving us that platform and that opportunity. I have a lot going on with my family right now. I need prayers right now. It's not looking good. But I know in this powerful circle, I know God has me. I know y'all have me. And thank you for letting me share.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we got you. And y'all make sure y'all send out a private prayer for God to cover everybody on the panel. You didn't say your name, so I don't know the voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. It's Janae.
Okay, that's Janae. So for God to cover Janae and her family. And I'm going to learn. The more you come up, the more I know the voices, right? I'll be able to differentiate. I know some of you are asking about the results of the poll. Here it is. Oh, that ain't the results of the poll. Oh my God. What was the result? Oh my God. Oh, I didn't capture it too. Oh, well, let me show you this. All right. Do y'all see this? Yes, Love and Marriage
Ma'am.
is renewed for a 6th season in 2025. Do y'all see that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's it. That's all.
Janae, I just want to say my prayers are with you. I don't know what the situation is, and I don't need to know. All you did was reach out and ask for prayer, and that's what I'm sending you. God bless you. Queen, thank you for, again, let me come up and be a part of your panel. I appreciate you. I love your positivity. And who don't know who you are, there's no explanation needed. And I know you told me to be quiet, but while you
Who
were
is that?
speaking,
So I
and
can
I
learn that
did,
voice.
but this
Who
is
is this? The
Shell
shell?
Buggy. Yes, Shell
Okay, good.
Buggy.
Okay.
And I just want you to know that you're appreciated. And if someone comes on your platform and don't appreciate what you are putting out to uplift your, black women, black unity, black women unity, then I don't know what to say about them. I mean, maybe it's not for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you exude positivity. You give us a platform to speak and to be honest and to be real about what the topic is. So if they don't get it, I'm sorry, but you exude nothing but positivity. And I salute you, Queen. I love your platform. I love you, and I love everything that you do for the Black culture. So with that said, peace into everybody. God bless everybody. Have a blessed night. And Queen, I will always have your back.
Thank you. And we appreciate you over here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Listen, continue to challenge me, but make sure you're up for the challenge because I'm a strong debater. And a lot of times I don't engage with women like that because I feel like it's unfair because I was raised with boys and I can go. So I try to show women a little bit more patience, a little bit more softness and gentleness, but I can go. And I'm very intentional about how I engage with women until you make me an adversary or you become one. Patricia Bennett with the 2 piece and the pepper says, I believe that if content creators review this show, they will lose MM. What's MM? Y'all got to start. I don't know. I know a lot of people use different abbreviate. What's MM, y'all? Do y'all know? Momentum? But I got you. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. Okay, now I want to answer this question. Melissa Hogue, very good question. She says, Queen Sheba, what's your number? Do you have one? Absolutely, I have one. I said everybody have one. How can I make myself exempt? I have one as it relates to reality television, not when it comes to friends and family. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all on the panel.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yep, that's
I act
exactly what I said.
goddamn fool on reality television, not when it comes to friends and family. You get what I'm saying?
Period.
I agree because there's the thing is too far.
Well, I'm just telling you, I have a number as it relates to reality television, but not with my friends and family. You put me on reality TV and I'm telling you what you need me to do. And if the price is right, I'm gonna turn this mother out. So what's my number? My number. Now, we're gonna keep it real. I can't stand when people act like they're above everything. Let me tell you my number. I did it by 18 episodes. All right. Hold on. I did whatever my number is, times it by 18 episodes. Okay. Y'all ready? My number is 30,000 per episode. That'll get me $500,000 a year. I'm gonna act a goddamn fool my first season. Do you hear me? Stay with me.
Get that check, girl.
That's my first season. If you guarantee me
Do that, Queen. Do that.
I'm finna act a fool. Because I'm brand new. I got to earn my keep. And then I'm going to up it and up it. And I'm going to renegotiate every year. But I'm finna act a fool. I'm snatching wigs. I'm pulling out chairs. I'm finna do the damn most. I am. See, y'all can sit there and tell me I need $1 million, not me. Give me $500,000. What you need me to do? Go knock
Oh
over
my
the
God.
food? Yeah, I don't like her anyway. You gonna hear, okay. Yes, but not for my friend. But on reality television, I don't know. I just might act a damn fool. And I know they ain't getting that much. Winter said they don't even get 2,500. So run me at 30,000 per episode. You might have yourself a deal. Period. I'm for real. I ain't lying. I might like
You
you.
know you ain't, because you keep it 100% real all the time, Queen, and that's why I love you. So, hey, it is what it is, right?
That check. Yeah, you guarantee me 18 episodes, girl. I'm finna turn this mother out. I don't need no makeup. Girl, child. Where she at? I'm coming through. Queen Ship, you got a warmer. I ain't warming up. Where she at? Yeah, I'm doing all that. Period. But y'all,
I had to mute because I was laughing so hard.
I
Carlos
know
King ain't
Undead
got that kind of money.
girls.
But I respect it. I respect it because you keep it 100 all the time. And this is Shell Boogie. And I'm saying that because you are that woman. You are that woman that you just love your community. And that's why I don't understand why people come in. If you don't know, do your research and find out,
No, we
before you
talking about how
come and
much y'all
talk
gonna get paid,
crazy stuff.
girl, to act a fool. That ain't got nothing to do with community. I'm
That's
gonna
what
tear
I'm
this
saying.
mother up.
Like I said, Carlos King ain't got enough money. He had to go
Right.
find some. He ain't got enough for me. Cause I know soon as somebody say something I don't like, I don't play fighting, I don't play argue. I'm getting real.
I know, I'm real all the time.
And
That's hard.
ain't no telling what might happen. So that's why I say he don't have enough. Because he gonna send somebody at me and they gonna get a rude awakening.
Mm.
I don't play no games.
I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna say, who the hell is Aunt Debbie? Shit, where's she at? No, I don't know her. You ain't been on a cruise with her? Hell no, I never seen her before in my life. I'm just playing Aunt Debbie. Run me my money. The whole
I
time
love
I'm
my
looking
daddy.
at you to my girl, go with me. We're gonna split this money. We're gonna come on, Aunt Debbie. Come
That's
on,
right.
Aunt
We'll
Debbie.
get that money. And then me and you will draw an alliance and we'll get anybody we
There we
dislike.
go.
Starting
Boom.
with Kimmy. We'll show them how black girl magic works.
Yes.
We're gonna link up and then we're gonna get them all the way together. Well, they
And
gonna
count our
want to be
money
a part of what we got going on.
and count our money at the end, girl.
And
Like a
that's
game of
right. And go straight to the bank.
hold on. She contextualizes I'm yanking wigs like Nene and pulling out chairs like Kenya. Listen, not against your friends.
Gotta show them how the game is played.
Cool. Now I'm gonna get up here, but I ain't nobody I done broke bread with. I'm like, girl, so how we gonna run this play now? That's it. That's all. Y'all, let's go to bed. Good night.
Good
This was a
night,
funny
ladies.
conversation. They hold on. It's Max says flipping all producers over, knocking out teeth. Y'all are hilarious. We really had a good time. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all. Get a good night's rest. Thank you. All right, we out of here.
Good night, Queen Sheba.
Thank you.
And
Good night,
Ty.
all.
Bye.
Queen Sheba, good night. Good night, Palace. Good night,
Good night,
Moz. Good
Kale.
night, beautiful chat. Thank you for letting me up on panel. Love
Absolutely.
you guys.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with
Thank you,
wine.
Queen Sheba, for letting
What
me
did it
up
say
on
about
panel.
Scott?
Love you guys. Have a blessed night, everyone.
Hey, listen. Hey, I said, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you call? tall and ugly sucker.